Pleased to meet you.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome. Good to have y'all out here. How we doing? It's a Monday. It's full-on fall vibes out here. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my camera? Let's just put that right there for a moment. And what the heck happened to that? That's a new. Ooh, we got the spooky vibes. Wow. You know, I checked it right before stream started, and then it, let's just do that and turn it back on there, and maybe it'll work. Ah! Jeez, okay, right, yep, no, I'm fine. Spooky season's still here! Oh my gosh, wow, I thought Halloween was over too. Dude, I thought we were beyond that, but, you know, here we go. Jeez, what was that? I don't know, man. Dude, I even turned it on right before I started stream. I've been good about checking everything before the stream actually starts, and I just can't prevent the scuff start of the stream. It's just the way it goes. It's just the way it goes, my friends. Oh my gosh. Hi, how we doing? I am a professional. Thank you. Yeah, I am very professional. I try to be very professional. That's my whole vibe is professionalism, and that's all we ever do. Yep, just vibes and professional vibes. Actually, that's what we're going for. All of the above. Yeah, click that like button. Yeah, click the like, helps me out. Cool, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, yeah, RK Knight, how we doing? Spotty your Yeti, hello. Sparrow, good to have you. Cheese Master, Menina, Teach of Psy, Lolu Goblin, how you doing? Samwise, welcome on in. Totally planned. Jukebox Jen, hello. There's your true farm. Your human filter is broken. That's exactly what it was. Mossy Dino, hi, how we doing? Emmy, what's going on? Happy Monday. Storykeeper, howdy. Anna, hope everyone got a lot of sugar. It says in all caps. Yeah, I'm sure Anna sounds like you got a lot of sugar too. Heather, hello, hi. Kay Crane, what's going on? Emily, hello. Seal Shanes, hi. Nefarious Aquarius, hi. Joffy, good to see you too. Heroic Pixels, hello, how we doing? Groovy, hello. Flo Skywalker, I don't know. Eggs, good to see you. Piranha, welcome on in. What is over? fWhip is live, I know. Daylight savings hit, so it might be an hour earlier for some people than it was last week, but here we go. Here we go.
Looking forward to folding laundry while watching.
You're looking forward to folding laundry? Okay, have fun. Do you? I'm so bad about doing that. It just sits on my floor for so long before I put it away. I'm really bad about it. But you know, good on you. Perry Smash, also thank you so much for the 9 months. And Storykeeper, thank you so much for the donut. I appreciate that from both y'all. Tired, been working the midnight shift the last couple of days. Ooh, ouch. Hopefully that's only a temporary thing. Forgot to grab my sugar to bring to work. Oh no. How's your Monday so far? It's been good. It's dumping rain here though. But I got up and I went to the pool this morning and I swam for about 30-40 minutes and it was great. Pretty good start to the day, and coming back, and this is the first thing that I'm doing. How's the wind in your area? Nothing. Haven't noticed any wind. There's a little, but nothing crazy. It is, but hey, I'm here for the stream instead of at work. True, there you go. PJ, Celsius, and Blanket, am in cozy mode. Cheers. Just got a week off, need to catch up on all your videos and streams. Welcome on in, good to have you. Yeah, there's a lot to catch up on. I don't know, actually, depending how long it's been. We were having a little bit of a slow period. Sun broke through in Renton. Maybe it'll happen up here too. Lucky Oregon coast is blowing. I feel like out on the coast, you're just getting a ton of wind this time of year. But yeah, you know, it's the way it goes. It's how it is. My friends, we got almost 500 people in here on YouTube, and we're not even at 200 likes yet. So if you can click the like button, I very much do appreciate it. Thank you. Have a nice cozy stream. Thank you. Super Taco, hello. Welcome on in. RJ, washing and drying laundry is easy. Folding is the devil. I feel like I'm good about, like, it'll get to the room in the laundry bin and then it just doesn't get hung up. But that's a me problem. Looks like YouTube chat is already breaking again from my chat integration thing. So we're just going to do that and it'll be fine. All right, I got them both up. Oh my gee, I didn't like the stream correcting that right meow. Heroic Pixels, come on, that's like a mod duty. That's just the mod. You have to do it. What's the plan today? We're gonna be working in the dog brewery farming region today, and see where we go from there, and just kind of start placing some things down. I thought we could build a few trees along the river, and if we have time, we might work on a new farmhouse over in that area. I'm not too sure really. I finished the plains biome as far as this Thursday's video is gonna go, so we need to find something new to do because I don't have my easy let's just go dig for 3 hours. So we're doing placing more dirt or planting fields, probably in the planting of dirt realm of things. We have a lot of dirt to lay down to finish it because there's still some floating terrain that I want to get finished up, and then I also have been really enjoying putting trees next to like waterways, so I want to do some more of that, just kind of to build up the foliage and the lushness along the little rivers. I think is something that I want to start focusing on for a little while, just because it can add that extra little bit of life everywhere. So we're going to do that and see where it lands. I'm definitely wishing I had a lot more small drip leaf than I have right now, but that's fine. That's fine. Love your tree build. Speaking of tree builds, for those of you that are members and are Lightmatica and or now Axiom users, I uploaded in the supporter downloads channel in the Discord. I just dropped all of my updated tree Lightmatica schematics and all of my updated now Axiom blueprints are in there too. We might actually be missing one blueprint. I'm kind of realizing right now I made one this morning and I might not put it in there, but I'll make sure it gets in there eventually. Yeah, so all of those are in. I can actually show them to you if you are curious about what the trees are and everything. Oh, we're really scuffed today. Okay, here we go. Let's go to Super Flat World. So if you are a supporter and you like to use custom trees and things like that in your world and you want to use some of mine, these are all now available for all the supporters. Tier 1s and higher get access to downloads.
Creative stream for planning the river build.
We're probably going to be doing that eventually, Red Flower. That's going to be one for an eventually project. I'm not in the zone yet to plan that all out. But yeah, so if any of these trees out here are sparking your fancy or interested in or want to see any of them, all those downloads are now in there, available and all that stuff. We built a few of these on stream recently, like that guy, which I really love. And then I did come through this morning and I needed a new little tiny birch, just a little birch. So I built this guy this morning, just kind of as like a multiple stalks, trunks coming out of the same base point, like a bunch of them growing together, because I wanted it to mix in with these alder trees that I made. I don't know if they're alder trees, that's what I keep calling them. So I wanted to mix in those and kind of a similar style, but on a birch tree. Yeah, so all of these are now up and available. You can use any of them, and even the cherry tree and our olive trees are now in there too. So all of those things are good. Why did this go behind? I don't know. Dusty Royal, thank you so much for the 15 months up in Bellingham, and it's pouring so hard. There's a lot of internet outages near me, and I hope it doesn't get to me. Oof. Yeah, I feel like this is like one of the first big storms coming through. Show the yellow leaf one, please. I'm not a huge fan of it. I literally just took this that I designed and I replaced everything with concrete and then added a little glass to the outside of it. I want to learn how to do better colored trees. So we have this one and then we have this one. And I'm just, from a distance, they look okay, but up close, I don't like them. Then I also have this one that's meant to be like a dark oak almost, that has all just bright like fall red and orange tones and everything with the acacia and red sandstone, and then a little bit of terracotta in there, orange terracotta. That kind of turned out okay. And like from a distance back here, they look like trees, but I'm just not a huge fan. I'm just waiting for us to get those colors as leaves, y'all. Ugh. How do they give us pink leaves and now they give us white leaves and then they're still like actual fall colored leaves? Sorry, no. Like, come on, please. Looks like a cartoon tree, kind of. Yeah, a little Dr. Seussy, especially this one, but that's okay. We're going in here. Orange one looks best. I think the slabs help with the shape. Yeah, definitely added a good amount. Here's all my junk that I have on me. What did I come back here for? Oh, I came back to get some more dirt. Ah. Oh, it is a little laggy today. We're not gonna need that. Is there any big... I'll just take what dirt is out of here and start sorting a little bit of this. I'm sorry, don't look at the mess. It's totally fine. It's actually totally organized. We'll just take all that and put it into the other storage because I know exactly how much everything is. I'm so organized. I'm just so organized. Lemon Loaf, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. Don't look at the new biome. Don't look at it. Lemon raid, welcome on in, y'all. Banners to make it airy. Banners unload from a certain distance, and if you don't have that feature turned on, banners lag like crazy. So I tend to not use banners in trees, but I do wish there was an easier way to do that. We're gonna just take all these things out, and that dirt is just gonna go in the grass shulker because we're completely overloaded. And then all of that is just gonna go in there, and then our mud can go in there, and that's a free box. But we're gonna let's take 4 boxes with us today, and I'm gonna go drop off this empty one again, actually. To be embarrassed, we expect this from you. Shulker necessities. Thank you. That's a great way of describing it. Shulker necessities. I need all these blocks right here available to me right in front of my house. Necessity. That's what it is. Definitely what it is. What about signs? Signs don't give enough, like, you could maybe use hanging signs, but then you get the chain effect in there, and that wouldn't be super great. So, I don't know. I think like with the new pale oak leaves coming out, very excited for those. Huh. Okay, so plans today for what I want to do is hopefully we have a little stone down here too, because I actually need some. I got a little stone here. I also got a little grass and dirt here too. I would like to spend some time. One, we need to bring this landscape all the way over here and start rolling it down and connecting that all in. That is a task to be done. And then the other task I would like to do is to bring this hill here out and round it and get rid of this little divot that we have. Because I think right now with the way the water's flowing is... we have the rocks kind of reinforcing that it comes down this direction, but it's kind of like that's a bigger slope to go down into there, and I want it to be naturally going this way. So we need to bring this landscape up a little to make that look more natural. And then I was thinking, if we have a little bit of time after, I thought it could be kind of cute to have like, that's not dirt. Why is my scroll wheel's broken, dude? But I want to do like some trees dotted right along here. Just like maybe like a little bunch of like 3, 4 or 5 trees. Something right like in that. Just for the curve of the river, I thought could be kind of cute. So we're gonna do some dirt placing, and then we'll see where we can go with the rest of that. And I'm thinking we just start right over here. Because why not? We can just get launching on all this and see what happens. Kingtail Builds, thanks so much for the 5 months. Appreciate that. Put that back in there and we'll start from this because I need consistency. We're just gonna put a few torches down here just to keep it somewhat safer than anything else, and then we will continue on with where everything's gonna be going, and it'll be super cool. My scroll wheel is also broken on my mouse. You're not alone. I love this mouse. I use the Corsair Scimitar, which is an MMO mouse, and I love the thing. It's so good, except every 6-8 months the scroll wheel on them breaks. So you have to buy a new one, and it is so annoying. Oh, I hate it. Do we want to kind of do this and then maybe have this actually kind of like extend out here to make it a little bit? Because that kind of comes this way. We can have it almost looking like a natural valley-ish type thing. We'll bring this up. I don't know. So many issues with stream today. No, my scroll wheel broke, honestly, a month and a half ago. I just sort of refused to buy a new one. Usually I get into a position where I like probably would have died or would have been a lot safer if my scroll wheel was working. And then I'm like, okay, fine. I guess I have to buy a new one. And I will bring this out here too. Yeah, that can work. And then this here can... Pretty much everything here is going to be this flat layer because we need to fill all that in. And we're zooming. Me using a Red Dragon mouse for 12 buttons on side for an MMO, been using it for a few years and not had a problem. I haven't heard of that brand. How have I not heard of that? I don't know. Have you bought a new mouse yet? No. Well, I actually have my backup one that I used when I went to TwitchCon. It's a Logitech MMO mouse, and I didn't like the feel of it. Like the feel of the mouse, because probably just because it's new, was just not great. And but also the entire chaos of MCC at TwitchCon, I think probably did not help that too much. So it was just, I probably need to actually like give it, you know, a few hours of using it when I'm not trying to be competitive, winning a video game. No backup mice? No, not right now. I'm currently on my backup. That's where the problem comes in. They have such good gaming products. I love them, and they're not too expensive. Okay, I'll check them out. Thank you for the tip. I got a Genesis that works great, but we'll report back once my sibling gets it because for some reason they break the scroll wheel stupid fast. Yeah, I use the scroll wheel a lot, so I tend to kind of break them fairly quickly compared to probably the normal mouse user, because a lot of the other games that I play, I bind the scroll wheel to abilities and things. Like in World of Warcraft, I have a different ability for scroll up and scroll down because I don't need to zoom in or zoom out ever. Like my camera, I keep it pretty locked in for games like that. Like I know the distance that I like, and so we're just filling all this in. But yeah, so I use it for certain abilities. Like I have it for targeting macros and stuff like that. So I use it a lot. So I am scrolling consistently, and it is starting to get to the point. But I also kind of stopped playing WoW, so. You can make that a large lake. I kind of thought about it, but I don't like the idea of the lake being right up here. Like this is very much a hill side. And then right down there, we actually do have a lake that is connecting into other things. So I'm kind of doing just that one as the lake. But yeah, we'll see what happens. It's just cozy vibes today for me. I want to get some building done. I want to get some. I've been really enjoying this kind of slow, cozy, grindy projects of just landscaping and doing a bunch of things. I'm definitely, so that was episode 79, which will be out this week, which means world download and world tour and all that comes out next week with episode 80, which is nuts. And I'm trying to figure out what the heck I want to do for episode 80. I kind of feel like it needs to be a cool one, just like ending off the 10 episodes. But we already have a lot of really cool ones from 70 to 80. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. Ruined city remains. I've kind of thought about doing a ruined castle. Kind of weird message to failed to send. Oh, weird. How you doing, Bill? How you doing? Hope everything's going well. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch might be doing some weird stuff today. We ever make another quarry to put like an auto farm in or anything? I don't know. But as far as like a decorative one, probably at some point. Play enhanced shaman and put entire... Yeah, I used to do that as a BM hunter. It was great. Scroll up was kill command. Scroll down was multi-shot. It was great. Legion. Good times. Been sick, so not so much WoW. I know you've been in and out of the hospital a bunch. I hope everything's going okay. Yeah, I think my WoW days are behind me for this season. I've been enjoying some of the anniversary stuff, but outside of that, I've been very much back in Elden Ring again. That's been fun to go through. And then I've also been playing Call of Duty, which is very surprising for me, and like actually been enjoying playing it. I'm not very good at it, but I'm fine. It's going. Much better now? Okay, good to hear. Also had a message fail to send. Not sure what's going on. It'd be a Twitch thing. Twitch would be having some outage of sorts. Will this world ever be finished? No, that's the great part about Minecraft, right? There's no way to finish a Minecraft world. There's only to say that you're done with it. Your project in the world can be finished, but the world itself, there's always more that you could do. There's always new things that you could build, new places you can go. It is probably physically impossible for a person playing survival to fill in an entire Minecraft world. Like, change an entire world. Like, you'd be placing billions of blocks. You play with Fabric? Yeah, I do use Fabric for mods. Just doing a little spider control with that down there. Only 374 likes? You're right, Map. We should try to get at least 10,000. Everybody, can you make 10 alt accounts real quick and like the stream? That'd be great. Don't do that. Just on your main. That I do ask. No alt account spamming, though. That's fine. We don't need to do that. 357 just got on stream. Hey. Love it. Yeah, all of the mods, part of their job of being moderator is that they do have to have a bunch of alt accounts. So, you know, it's like we don't talk about that very much, but then like we kind of sometimes mention it, but you know, it is what it is. They all knew when they signed up for it. It was in the contract. You could add any item to the game, what would it be? Like an item that the player would use? I think... I don't know. I was thinking some sort of like a recall item to where you can set a point, like kind of an ender pearl stasis chamber, but as an item. Something like that could be cool. But I don't know. There's not really any tools or anything that I feel like I really need in the game. Maybe a sleeping bag. So you can set your spawn somewhere. I know there's a lot of mods that do it, but I do love when they do it. So you can set your spawn somewhere, but then you can also still like sleep on the fly. I feel like an official sleeping bag could be very nice to this game. Personally really enjoy the crab claw. See, they never told us how far the crab claw was actually going to let you reach. So the crab claw to me was never really that interesting. because there was a lot of lack of information that a lot of people were making things up, trying to claim as real, when in reality, we didn't know. Like, we didn't know anything. So, for me, the crab claw kind of just never really had information. Even +2 reach would be great, though. Yeah, but if it has to be held in your hand, and then it's also only for placing, not for breaking, that part was confirmed. So now if you misplace a block 2 blocks away, then you still have to go up to it to break it. There's a lot of things about it that were like, okay, this would be cool. And then actually playing with it, or I think the actuality of playing with it was kind of like a, ooh, that's a little, well, maybe not so great. Add colored leaf blocks. Yeah, honestly, that would be so nice. It's one of those where I'm glad the mob vote is done purely for the realm that I think Mojang doesn't really do the mob vote justice. In actuality, if I were to do a mob vote, I think the mob vote's good for the game. But I think the way Mojang does the mob vote is not great for the game. And what I mean by that is, oh, I had this curving out that way. They leave a lot of stuff open to interpretation because they haven't fully built the mobs yet. Granted, they don't know which ones they're adding yet. So why fully build the mobs when you don't know which one? Like, why do work when you're not going to put one in the game? But the problem with that also becomes, oh, we didn't fill it in over here. That's fine. That there's a lot of things that are then made up by the community. Like some Reddit poster just goes, of course they're going to make it +5 blocks of placement range. Yeah, the crab claw is going to double how far you can place something. And then, granted, that's not what happened, but I'm just over exaggerating.
Pleased to meet you.
And then you have people who actually hear that and they're like, well, yeah, look, the crab claw is going to be amazing. That's going to be so good. And then that's like not the real thing. And then you get a bunch of people who are fighting to say, this thing's going to be amazing. It's going to add 5 blocks of reach, when that was never actually confirmed that would happen. It's just some random person made the post and it got traction and people just assumed it was true. Even fake news exists in Minecraft. It's really, really fun. A beacon upgrade would be cool. If there was a way that you could add something to a beacon to get it to upgrade and like have a larger radius, that I would be down. I don't care how difficult that is. Make me craft it with netherite blocks, and then you just put it on top of your beacon and it doubles the range of the beacon. Like, dude, I'm in. I will farm 9 netherite blocks to be able to double the range of a beacon. As long as it's a permanent and I can move it around as I move the beacon, I would happily do that. Yeah, the 50 block range on a beacon, once you actually start getting into the end game where you're using beacons, is pretty small. Also, May, thank you so much for the 9 months over on Twitch. Remember to hydrate everybody and like the stream over on YouTube. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 9 months, May. Hope all is good on your end today. My 5-year-old son wanted to watch some Minecraft videos this weekend, so he started watching the current hardcore season. He absolutely loves your builds. Hey, thank you so much. Tell him I said hi. It's a potat. Of course, HP would want purple blocks. Hey, there's something called branding. Consistent branding is hard to come by these days. I'm 22 and I like the videos as well. I appreciate it. Thank you. Where are you building? Dog Brewery is right there. So we are over to the side of the world. Also, my friends, we got 900 people in here on the YouTube side and we're at 500 likes. If we can click the like button, I very much do appreciate it. So thank everybody for taking taking the few seconds to do that. I really, really do appreciate it. It honestly helps me out so very much. So thank you, everybody who is doing it. Something called branding. I mean, that's why I want like blue and orange things. Give me orange leaves. Come on now. Also, my branding is the only reason I picked orange is because I have red hair. Fun fact. That's the only reason I use orange blocks. I mean, it's a good color, but it's like one of those where it's like, yeah, it's been with me my entire life because I'm a redhead, so everybody just kind of assumes. And I kind of was like, okay, yeah, I guess it's kind of cool. And it's just stuck with me. I honestly, like, if I picked blue because I think it shows up pretty well. I honestly really like purple. Like, I would love to have dark purple colors and like branding and everything like that, but it's just too dark that it's kind of, it doesn't have that same pop for social medias and stuffs. So that's why I went with the blue. Blue and orange is a nice contrast. Yeah, that too. I usually throw some white in there if I need to, just because it's simple. There's data packs, other color leaves, I think. Yeah, but they usually just change like a biome mapping, and that's not my most favorite. We need to extend this out a little bit more. If that's only a one block, it's going to look real awk. That's going to be a full-on Akko Taco. We'll leave this as a little awkward right now, but we can at least like have the slope going down a little. That'll be okay. Blue and orange are complementary rotations are perfect branding. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, my good throw a dart at a board and pick a second color was very, very good, I see. Oh, my bed's on me. I can refill on dirt, though. Java Edition 1.21.4 update winter drop news. Is that real? Is there winter drop news to be had? Keep doing that, man. Do we have a... Is there a... I feel like they wouldn't release an announcement on a Monday. That's not Mojang. That's not my Mojang. They would never. They'd wait till Wednesday. How are you and your dogs? We're good. We're good. It's been raining so hard today that this morning I was taking the dogs on a walk and I'm like full rain jacket and everything. And the dogs are in their rain jackets. And I look over at Nova and she's just walking forward. Eyes completely closed. She's just full on. Just dumping rain on her. She even let me pull her rain jacket up so it covered her ears. She's just like... full on hunkered down, just like, I don't want to be out here. It's like, same, but you're the one who has to go pee on a walk. We could be at home if you'd learn how to use the bathroom. Doggy rain jackets. Yeah, Nova's has tie-dye and Coda has sharks on his. Nova's used to have, she had Coda's hand-me-down from his when he was a puppy, and it had yellow rubber duckies on it. They look adorable. Well, this will definitely open up a lot more space for farmland regions and everything. Kiki refused to go outside if there's even a hint of rain. Yeah, Coda could not care less if it's raining. He's just like, let me go run. Let's go outside. He does not care at all. But Nova is just, I don't want to be out there. Coda, at least now that he's older, when it's raining really hard, will let me put his rain jacket on him. He won't be like, no, leave me alone. I'm fine. I don't want to look stupid in front of my friends. I'm like, but you look so cute. Now he's okay with it. More space for Farmland and puns asking us to subscribe. Exactly. See that? Also branding. Imagine if I just didn't do that on an episode. What would I do? I already get people who claim that I don't plant a field in every episode. They're like, where do you plant the field? And then they quickly get corrected in the comments with people being like, timestamp here. But we're at the point in this world where all of my original farmland areas where I was putting fields are just completely filled. Like, just look at this. Look how many of the fields we have here. There's not much land that's flat left that I can put fields in. I've even like started sneaking some in down here. Like that, we need to start developing, putting some houses there. We need to start developing that. I think this is going to be a shipyard. I've kind of decided that I want this to be a shipyard. The only problem is it can't be the largest boats, so it's probably going to be like smaller river boats. And because this isn't the widest space to get out here. So we could tone that back, but that mathed out to be we'd have to tear. I had originally planned to tear this side back a little bit, so we'd have to move forward on doing that to make it wide enough for boats to realistically make it out. But yeah, so we're working over here right now. For those who know this world of tree there, sunflower field here, we're right over on this little edge here, which that shape looks okay. It'll be fine. Once we get buildings and farmland and stuff on it, it'll be great. There'd be times when I'm wrapping up for something for an editing project. I think to myself, should I make a field? I don't think it does anything. I think at this point, it's the existing subs who want to hear the pun. But like, sub growth on my channel recently has been very stagnant. So like, I'm not gaining any subs off of doing the stupid puns, but I'm pretty sure the people who are actually watching the video are like waiting for the point when that happens. And that I always find pretty funny. Yeah, the fact that I actually like sit there every single episode and take the time to think of one, I'm actually just like sitting there for minutes being like, how can I relate this in? How can I get this? How can I do this? Like, it's every single episode. I'm like, oh, I can't reuse one. I gotta come up with something new. Like, I'm always like, what can I think of this time? How can I make a joke out of this? Came for the building stages for the puns and sass. Fair. Yeah, I've never been a huge puns person, but for some reason, me on YouTube is just, they just happen. I don't even like plan most of them. They just kind of do. But that's okay. I love that tree, by the way. I know it's been there for a while. I need to design some new oak trees because I keep finding I'm only putting in the 2 newer ones that I made because they just look so much better than my old ones. So I need to take some time here soon. So we might have to do like a late night tree building stream. And see if we can't design a few new custom oak trees. I also want to make like a big custom oak tree. Sir, for how much you've dad joked us, in the past I press X to doubt. See, a dad joke and a pun are different, I think. Favorite Stardew Valley map? I really like the forest one where you get the dark oak. Or not dark oak, the heavy wood. Is that what it is? The stumps. You get the stumps. The forest wilderness. Not the wilderness map, but the forest one. Or just the classic, to be honest. I tried playing on the river one, and I just didn't like it. And I've also tried playing on the beach one, and also just was not for me. Because I'm the type of Stardew Valley player who likes to create the cash metropolis of every single thing on my farm will be producing money. I am the type of person who will get rid of Joja Corp to install fWhip Corp. Go to the Four Corners. Four Corners fun if you're playing multiplayer. Because then everybody gets their own little farm. Who do you marry in Stardew? I pick somebody new each time I'm playing. The latest one that I'm still playing slowly, I picked Haley. I think the first time I played, I was Abigail. Because I, for some reason, thought that she would come and help fight things in the mines. And then they actually don't really do much, but that's fine. So you didn't start it. I'm glad you like Haley. Yeah, all I've learned is there's a lot of people who either absolutely despise her or they're like, she's the best person ever. Shared money or divided money for multi? If it's Sid and I playing, we do shared money. If we're playing with other friends, we have a farm where we're going where there's 4 of us. Honestly, that group has not played in probably a year, but I think we had divided money on that. But if it's Sid and I playing together, then we're just chatting and playing and having fun. And it adds more ways to play together instead of just playing individually during the game at the same time. I also think shared money in Stardew is just better because then you don't get people who are like, oh, let me harvest that for you. And then they sell it and take your money. Abigail eats rocks. I don't like her. Hey, a lot of people eat rocks. I'm sure you've got some weird hobbies too. Salt is a rock? Yeah, you eat rocks, I'm sure. Almost 1K viewers. Yeah, I'm telling you, the more people that like the stream actually gets pushed out to more people. It's YouTube is a weird one like that. I need to play Stardew, but distracted by Zelda and Phasmo. Yeah, I want to get back into it, but I need to spend an entire day just wandering around and seeing what I've going on. I stopped playing at the day 1 of fall in year 3, I think. And so I'm at the point where I'm like, I need to do all the math and figure out what fields I'm planting and then figure out how many of each crop I need to buy and go through that. And I'm just like, I just can't bring myself right now to go through and do all of that. So that is the reason why I haven't really been playing. Because once I get it all settled and then I'm just replanting as it goes, that's fine. That's easy. Yeah, my weird hobby is sitting a day in my room all day talking to myself. Yeah, and that's even when I'm not making videos. It's a good thing that my weird hobby worked out that I can also do it for my job. Nailed it. Phasmo's hilarious, especially with a screamy friend. I would be down to play again at some point. That was fun. Yeah, I think right now. Miss May. I had my chest plate on. You can't spook me when I have my chest plate on. Thanks for the biddies, though. Do you use any mods in Stardew? No, I just play full on vanilla. For me, Stardew doesn't need mods. I get a lot of joy out of just playing Stardew as is. So I actually don't. I did one playthrough where I installed some mods and very quickly was like, yeah, it's not for me. I'm also the same with like when I play Skyrim or whatever, which I have not for years, but I had one modded Skyrim playthrough. And outside of that, I just never really, I never went back to playing modded again. I am very much a vanilla purist for video games. There's not many games that I like to heavily mod. I really enjoy video games just as they were made. Like Minecraft, I mean, do I have a few visual cosmetic mods in here? Yeah, but I don't have anything that changes the game really. And for me, I feel like I don't need anything. Like there's no mods in here that I'm like, ooh, I would love this. There's definitely some that I use. I think the most modded things I have are just like creative building tools like Axiom. But everything else I do is purely just either a simple visual or something that helps me produce content. But I would say if I wasn't a content creator, I probably wouldn't be using those mods as much. That's a lie, actually. I did use World Edit a lot before I became a content creator because I liked to build in creative back then. But those are kind of tools to make art, not really like a mod. Put some aesthetic mods in Stardew. Minecraft's the only game you use mods on? Yeah. We're just making these slightly steeper as it comes up towards the mountain. We're almost at 700 likes. It's possible. Do we hit 800 before we hit 1,000 viewers? I don't know. Both numbers are going up. Which is going to happen first? I find mods make it actually more difficult to build in Minecraft. Too much choice when there are way too many blocks. If I were just getting into Minecraft now, I would agree with you 100%. But also, if you mean like adding in create blocks and all those, yeah, I 100% agree with you. Choice paralysis is so real in Minecraft. Even without mods, there's a lot of blocks in the game now. Yeah, when you get into like, here's 40 shades of blue shingles that you can put on your roof. Pick a shade, and you're like, the blue one? Maybe? I don't know. Is this the right blue? Okay, we did it. Cool. There we go. I've not tried any snapshots yet. I have not checked out a single snapshot. How does it look? That looks doable. That looks buildable for a little plains area. I like. Let's go take out some traveling locals. That's a cow. Where's their friends? Where's all the other pillagers? They just left two of their homies behind? How rude. They did. Just left their friends behind. I want to extend this out a little bit, just the bottom layer, just by like a block. Would you go on the Imp and Skizpaws podcast? Yeah, if they reach out to me, I would try and make it work. I've watched quite a few of it. They have a really cool show that they do. But I don't know those two very well, to be honest.
Hey,
I'd love to get to know them more, but yeah, I don't know either of them too well. Haven't had the
Love
opportunity much.
content. I was wondering, do you ever plan on adding organics into your world? Like a dragon cave for a gold farm or something like that?
Paulo, thank you so much for the donut. I really do appreciate that. The problem I have with organics is they make the world feel really static at times, I find. Like, some of them can look really cool, but then you're kind of creating an art scene. And I know a lot of what I build here is like buildings and structures and things and blah, 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 like can look a little flat because we don't have people moving around. But the second you have like a giant dragon flying, the dragon never moves. Like, the dragon is always there. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, adding an organic adds so much movement in life. But to me, I'm like, that thing has never moved. Like, it's been there the entire time. So I tend to, instead of organics, go for doing like a floating boulder, or like if I want something flying, like I'd rather do an airship or a boulder, or like we have the Wandering Trader airship. Like, he's just been up there forever. He's never moved. That's why I don't really tend to do too many things like that. But like, I'd love to do like a dragon cave or like a big horde for a dragon or something like that. But I don't know if I'd actually build a big dragon in it. Maybe like a sleeping dragon could be cool. But I don't know if I'd do like a full on like giant organic of something. Dragon bones. Yeah, dragon bones could be cool. Statues rather than organics for that reason. Yeah, I'd love to build more statues. That is a skill that I want to develop more. So, okay, over on this side now, we need to, I don't think we have enough dirt to be able to fill in everywhere here, so we're just gonna kind of get going where we can and then just make some guidelines for now.
Pleased to meet you.
Arcane Gaming, thanks so much for the 2 months. Appreciate it. Why don't you place torches under the custom terrain first? I can't be bothered, to be honest. I don't really care if it spawns mobs, because then if I'm out at nighttime up above world, all of the mobs like the skeleton are down below. So then I don't have to worry about them up above. And it's great, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Like a you better get out of here before the dragon comes back sort of cave. Yeah, that'd probably be more of what I'm leaning towards. Like, I would love if, or even doing something like putting a Minecraft mob in there. Like, that to me kind of is something more interesting. Like, I kind of forgot sniffers exist in this game, to be honest. So I grabbed one and just put it in a paddock for a build that I was doing for the, oh wow, that lined up pretty perfectly. For the Plains Biome region. So I was just like, wait, these things are like, they kind of like, they're definitely I was thinking of it like, oh, it's like a cow. Definitely not a cow, like very different from a cow, but it was like kind of cool to just put like a fantasy mob just chilling in this pasture, like just a Minecraft sniffer out here instead of adding who knows what else I was going to do before. Because the risk when you light it up makes for great content. I also think if I did it before, I'd be placing a lot more torches than I really need to. Oh, I'm like way too low here. This needs to come up a lot. I forgot I had it like going up a block. And we're going Scuba Steve mode. The big brain moves. I try. I try every day. Yes, the creaky boat mob. I haven't put one in the bottom of a boat yet, but you know, I've heard it's the way to do. Oh, these are all like 2s. We're gonna do that. I guess we could do like a rock. I have sniffer eggs, but I haven't played with them yet. I like sniffers. I think they're cool. They just don't really do much. I think that's like the theme with a lot of Minecraft mobs, in my opinion, is that a lot of the ones, they just like, they don't do anything. There's a lot of Minecraft mobs nowadays that just kind of are just in the game, and it's like, well, it's here if you want to do something with it, and it's like, okay, I guess. Torchlighter's not providing light was a bit of a missed opportunity. I actually don't really mind that. I don't really like a whole lot of random light in my world at nighttime. So Torchflower's not providing light to me wasn't the end of the world. Because then I really like I have a field of them right there. And I love the color of them. I think they look really good. Like, I think torchflowers are awesome. I think they're a really, really cool flower. I love the contrast that you get on them. And I love just the whole vibe of them. I think is really cool. But it's more of a... It's just... Like, they were like, oh, here's these cool new flowers that we're going to add in that are going to make it so easy to get all these dyes and everything. And then getting any decent amount of flowers from sniffers requires so much effort that it's like, really? I remember how excited I got when they added horses, and now most people don't really use much of them. Dude, I love using horses in Minecraft. I just use an Elytra because I'm trying to save time. But I love the Minecraft phase where all you have is a horse. I do think that like the base speed that you get off of horses can be a little slow. So, like, it's pretty... I know it's very randomized of, like, what's a fast one versus what's not. But, like, sometimes... I think they need to veer towards just having faster horses spawn in the world. Like, I think that would help a lot. Because a lot of people are like, ooh, yeah, I'm going to go get a horse. And then you jump on it, and then you're like, hey, friend, let's go adventuring. Keep up, loser. I got a horse over here. And then your friend's like, haha, okay, I'll keep up. And then next thing is your friend on foot sprinting and jumping is running faster than you are on the top of your horse. And you're like, this is why I don't use horses. How many days in your hardcore world? 8,086. We're getting there. When they added horses, they should have modified forest so that leaves spawn higher off the ground. Well, that was so long ago. Horses were added in like 1.6 or 1.7. Yeah, I play an 80 FOV. But also, I do agree that the big bad of horses is this, where you can fit here, but if there's another tree there, then you can't fit through. I don't think horses need to be... I don't think trees need to be as tall as these guys all the time, but I also think just from like a player scale point, like a tree leaves starting like twice the height of the player off the ground, like that's not that bad. Sure, there's shorter trees and everything IRL, but for how like old the forests are in Minecraft, you would think that the trees would be a little bit taller. The same way that we have like an old growth spruce taiga, I would love there for being an old growth like oak forest. Like that would be really cool, right? We have old growth birch forests. Why don't we have old growth spruce forests? Or we have old growth white oak forests. The tree literally exists in the game. I'm just saying. I have a mod that gives giant redwoods. They're huge. Oh, is that one where the redwood's like 200 blocks tall or something crazy like that? Those, I love looking at those from a distance in modded games, but then you see them and like, and they're taller than the mountains, and it's just like, they need to be scaled down. I'm always like, this looks so freaking cool, but then you add that compared to everything else in the game, and it's like, well, sure, it works off of if a player is 2 meters tall or whatever, and then you have your like tree being X times the height of the person. Sure, it's gonna be like really, really tall up there, but then nobody ever takes into account when designing structures of how tall like Minecraft mountains are, or how like wide a biome is, or how many meters wide the biome is. And it's like, okay, well, if we're gonna do that crazy thing with the tree being 200 blocks tall, then like that's only gonna work if you scale everything else up a ton too. Otherwise that tree is taller than mountains, which true, kind of. A bee. I hate snowy Minecraft mountains. Throw anything I build out of scale. Yeah. I like them as background elements, but I'm definitely starting to realize that like they're really cool when you spawn into a world and then you're playing around and you start building all your structures, you start blah 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 blah, and then they really kind of are like, oh no, these things actually are not that, like, they're not that big. To be fair, redwoods are nowhere near mountain biomes. Yeah, that's true. I have so many extra shulkers of dirt that it doesn't really even matter how much we use here, but I would like to continue planning out some of these rough shapes. Like this right here, I think I'm gonna take it and then to here, we'll just bring that level across, and this can be our highest point. And we'll start bringing it back down, because this needs to start sloping down there. I was also thinking recently, because I think I saw a mod that somebody was making that connects villages together, like Minecraft villages together with a road network. I was also thinking recently that that could be a cool alternative to the tree issue of trees being too tall. Maybe it's not like full completed road networks, but it would be kind of cool to be wandering around. Like, what does the wandering trader go on? Are they literally just wandering in the wilderness? Like, I guess they are wandering, but it would be kind of fun to have to just stumble across a road. Like, they already have path blocks in the game that all of the roads in the villages are made out of. Just make them out of that and have the path blocks like lead through. Like, that could be kind of cool. But I think they'd probably run into a lot of world generation issues where you're just having a line of path blocks going through an ocean or something. But I feel like they could figure out how to do it correctly. But then they would have to actually tie villages together. What is the water ripples mod you have? It's called Wakes. Get some slaps for that later. I don't know where I'm doing with this. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just placing blocks. And it's gonna look kind of nice, hopefully. We will find out. Someday. We will maybe figure out how to make this look cool. Where in the world are you at right now? That is the Giga Tree right over there. Ooh, that looks... Look at that picture! Oh, I'm taking a screenshot. You can even see the airship. Get rid of the shulkers and that would be a beautiful photo. But we are to the east. Imagine that view wasn't there before because there was a mountain right behind this house. It's gone. What do you think ties the village together instead of just looking like buildings close to each other? Give them a place where they're like experiencing life, like a little central market or gathering point, kind of how Minecraft villages do with the bell. Give them a food source, give them a purpose for being there. So is it a fishing village? Is it a mining village? If there's or are they like lumberjacks? Maybe they're trappers. So you can kind of symbolize those things. Or maybe they just have livestock and farmland, and you just kind of giving that extra element of life to it is gonna be what life and purpose is gonna be what really brings the build to the next level, is what I would say.
Pleased to meet you.
Yeah, we'll do that. Burp with the knife, thank you so much for the 9 months. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Obligatory shulker monster sigh. Ugh. Ugh. He's got another shulker monster ruining his screenshots. What if I just left them there as proof that it was done in survival? Can't say it's a creative build when you've accidentally left shulker boxes out front. Huh? Right? Yeah. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Exactly, Heroic Pixels. Exactly. That's true. Branding. Gotta think about the branding. Dogs should bark at hostile mobs like the creaking. They bark at skeletons. Some random houses in the woods would really be cool, kind of like witch huts, but in taiga forests and others. Yeah, I think of... The problem that I have with just like random builds being thrown around in a Minecraft world and just like random houses you can stumble across is that the ratio has to be perfect. And I think one of the things we were talking about modded earlier, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't really play modded Minecraft. And I think one of the things is because I join a modded world, and I feel like there's not much I can do to influence the world outside of removing things. Like, there's so many structures. If you play like the RPG mod pack, that Fantasy Minecraft that we were playing on stream for a while, as soon as you spawn in, if you do like a full 360 around where you are, my guess is you're gonna see at least 6 or 8 different points of interest that are just there. Most of them pretty worthless and don't really do much, but they are there and they're just kind of causing clutter around the world. And for me, that kind of hits a point where I'm like, I just don't enjoy it. Do you ever hate having to prove that you made this in survival for people? At this point, if people are still saying that I'm not doing it in survival, I'm just assuming that they've never watched one of my videos. Or they've never been to one of my live streams. So I don't really waste too much effort on trying to prove to people that I'm doing this in survival, because the people who are claiming that I cheat, there's absolutely nothing I can do to persuade them or change their mind that I'm actually not cheating. So it's just not worth wasting the energy on. There's going to be people out there who want to be haters for whatever you're doing for absolutely no reason other than that they just want to be haters. So I just kind of let them do their thing, and there's more important things I have to worry about than some random person on the internet trying to make up things about me. Who would win in a 1v1, you or Mog Swamp? I'm pretty confidently on that one say it would be me. Have any of y'all ever watched Mog Swamp? I love the guy. Mog is amazing. But have any of y'all ever watched him stream? Mog over there sees a single zombie in a super flat world and freaks out and somehow starts spam clicking at it with a piece of dirt when he has a sword in his hand. That I am just impressed that he survived on SOS for as long as he did. Love him. Again, he's great person. I've never seen somebody die as easily as Jimmy in a Minecraft world, and I think Mog, unfortunately, Mog and Jimmy are pretty similar levels when it comes to surviving in Minecraft. I would dare say that I think Jimmy might actually be better because he's had more experience in like MCCs and things, so he kind of knows how to PvP and whatnot, where Mog is pretty new to the MCC life, so he just doesn't have the experience. I think he can get there. I think he's a good gamer. I've played other games with him. But yeah, he's not a Minecraft survivalist. Honestly, I panic like that too. I've got it ingrained in my brain. I think the most of it for Mog, I think his biggest issue when it comes to survival, like attacking things, is he got a vast majority of his Minecraft experience in before the combat update when you could spam click. I don't think he's ever fully broken the habit of spam clicking. So that way you're just not doing any damage to the mob that you're fighting. Doesn't matter what you're using, how you're fighting it. If you're spam clicking, you're not gonna win. Scar would somehow drunken master his way to a win. I think Scar is actually pretty good at Minecraft. He just loves to make funny clips of him dying on a hermitcraft. Like that's my theory. He is just so in on the bit. Like Scar so wants to have a funny bit of him dying and dying and dying and dying that he will just keep talking to the camera, but he'll probably know that the creeper's walking up behind him, but he's like, this is gonna be funny for the video. This is Scar lore right here, that I just keep dying to things, so I'm gonna just let the thing kill me. Like that's my theory. Jimmy versus Scar versus Mog. Yeah, I think Scar comes out on top on that one. Okay, we need to cover that pit for sure. That's gross. Scar's just a silly little guy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Scar's just having fun. He's a very smart person. But it's also book smarts versus street smarts. I would very much say that is a real thing. Like, there are certain people who possess skills in certain categories that you might be able to recall a ton of knowledge off the top of your head or ace every test that you've ever taken. But then certain things, like I have a friend who is amazing at math. Like, they are just insane. You ask them a math question and in their brain they can figure out the answer for you in a few minutes. You ask them to measure something using a ruler and they cannot figure out how to get you the measurements. Even like multiple explanations of like how to use a measuring tape and all that, and how to like do the geometry to get the measurements and how much space it's going to take up, blah, blah, blah. Like, they can't do it. They can solve the most insane algebra problems in their head without anything, but then they will fail anything geometry class related. Still math, but it's a different way of using your brain. So there's a lot of people who are very, very smart individuals, but there's certain things that our brains are good at, and then there's certain things that might need a little bit of help on, and that's all totally okay. Like, that's just part of life. Whenever I mentor kids, the first thing I have to teach them is intelligence takes many forms. Yeah. It's all that old quote, you can't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. I know that's a very old one that's probably been used hundreds of times over, but I always think it's a really good quote to remember. That'll be pretty good over here. We're almost out of dirt, though. Never seen a crab. I've seen a crab climb a tree. I thought you were going to say never. I was like, I've seen a crab climb a tree. Instantly better than the fish.
Thank you kindly.
RR. Smile high, fWhip. That doorknoggle in your Minecraft world is great. I wanna see there the whole city. BTW. Hi, chat. Push that like button, boys, who didn't do that yet. RR.
Starry, thank you so much for the dono. I appreciate the message to me and the message to chat. Yeah, I want to get back over there and keep working. Honestly, we might do that soonish on a stream. We just need to keep lighting up those caves. That creeper farm needs to be producing a lot more gunpowder than it currently is. Unfortunately, it is a wee bit slur that it's not really great right now. It's going to be really good if we can light up all the caves. And I think it's going to be really, really worth it once we can get all those things. Yeah, this dirt is from other various digging projects I've done around the world. All right, that's all of our dirt. We're gonna go take these empties back and just put them in the empty shulker storage, and then we'll come back and keep going. Lambie, thanks so much for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. Oh, we got some more over here. Yeah, we'll go get fresh dirt. This is aged dirt and grass. I'm gonna put this box back though. Don't look at it. I've seen a little child climb a tree and fall off of a tree. Yeah. I've seen that too. That was me. Seen it through my own eyes. I need mossy and cracked bricks. Do you? Like the red brick? Not stone brick? That would be cool. I feel like a mossy brick would be fun. I could definitely go for a mossy red brick. Slowly the shulkers are returning to the shulker chest. Only empty shulkers are allowed in there. Alright, before we get back over there and keep working, I gotta use the restroom real quick. So I'll be right back. Let me hook you up with a good song. This one's a bop. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Okay, we're back. Need to put googly eyes on the chair? Yeah, that could be a vibe. True. True. Big time googly eyes. Alrighty. That was 35 seconds. Oh my god, you timed me? I told you about 30 seconds. Like 30 seconds. Easy. Let's go pick up some more shulkers. Need a dancing flip emoji? It's in the works. You wash your hands? I did. Do not worry. Our last shulkers of dirt. Honestly, really happy to be clear. No, just kidding. Ha! There's 9 more. My bathroom is literally right out my door. It's like 5 steps. I do not think you need to go investing anytime soon. I mean, I very much need to go investing. I'm very out of shulkers. All that's very essential storage that has to be right there. Yeah. All right, I have 45 minutes until I need to go. Do we keep dirt placing? Probably. Let's finish this. If we have time after, we'll get trees going. I don't think we'll have time to get all the materials for the trees and build them, but we can at least start on doing a little bit of that. I don't even know if this is something that's going to go in episode 80. Like, it might just be a little side segment of here's a side project I've been working on. But I don't even know my plan for the next episode yet. Are you relieved to be done with the block breaking part of the terraforming? Yeah, I did. I played so much Minecraft over the weekend. I placed in the rest of those blocks to get that thing done. I think I played 6 hours on Saturday, which is normally supposed to be my day off, but I just wanted the project to move forward a little bit. And then Sunday, I think I played about 10 hours. Purely just building and placing blocks. A lot of that was building trees. Hence the reason why on stream on Friday, I played like 60 days of Minecraft over the weekend. So I think I'm going to be picking a slightly smaller project for episode 80. Something that I'm like, kind of like, maybe I just don't use tough for the next build. Maybe just like part of me just doesn't go mine tough for an episode, because I had to mine 4 shulkers of it for this last one, I think. And I am now out of tough again. Kind of want to do like a... Part of me wants to do like a really just industrial episode and just see, in an effort to get a lot more deep slate and tough, part of me really wants to just do an episode where we do the like massive tunnel bores and see how many diamonds I can get. I know I said I'd do that as a stream subathon-y thing, and I still want to. I just need to... I think I'm gonna get the tunnel bores set up and do all that before. Not that I want to use them on the stream, but like I think that's gonna... My plan is, so I've talked about it a few times, but to do a subathon that instead of timer, it adds a certain number of diamonds each time somebody subs. And so I think it's going to add 2 diamonds to the counter each time it subs. Somebody subs or donates bits or something like that. But the other side that I want to do with it is that every... Like, I kind of want to do... Part of me wants to figure out, like, an incentive thing for people so that, like, instead of... They can help the counter go down. And by that, they would allow, like... either breaking diamond ore that's already in storage or... something. I don't know. I'm trying to figure that part out still. You know when you do that? I'm not too sure. I think after episode 80 comes out, I'm going to be taking a slight break from this world, which I've mentioned before, that I want to... Very temporary break, probably just like a month or so of doing a like alternative hardcore series, of doing a hardcore survival island series where I basically... Just something to get through the holidays to save some extra time in my schedule, to be honest. And just kind of experience some day one vibes for a little bit. So I want to do that. And so I was thinking during that, because those videos would be a little bit quicker to record, that it could be something that would be very easy to do a like subathon stuff around that, I think. Why am I not following fWhip? It's okay. I took like 2 years off streaming here, so maybe you were following, and then you're like, this guy doesn't stream here. I'm clearing my follow list out, but it's okay. At least you're back now. That's cool. That'd be fun. Yeah, so the new series I'm going to start after episode 80 hits, so that's going to come out probably in 2 weeks. And then we'll be rocking that through the holidays and probably January and pretty much until... My plan is to finish off the entire island. Whatever size island. I want to find a seed with a decent sized one, and then my goal is to basically see how much I can build and do without ever leaving the island. So wandering traders to try and get new sapling types and stuff. But I want to find an island that has 1 or 2 biomes on it. Yeah, the world map will be updated, and the world download will be out for episode 80. I like the deserted island ones. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. I want to try and find a few biomes for an island. Honestly, if I could just like recreate it somehow and have like, this is a massive island. Like, I don't want something that big, but like, I guess that's all oak forest, but yeah, I gotta go find some seeds. Like, an island like that would be kind of cool. Like, that's a good size. Something that I can build a town on pretty easily. But also this weird part of me wants to do like a brand new build style, like something more futuristic almost, or like a cyberpunky. But I don't think I would go over well with beginning game materials. You'd need so much concrete for that, and I just wouldn't be able to get the sand and gravel to make it without leaving the island. If you need me to make a count, yeah, eggs, if you want to make the counter, that'd be awesome. I haven't figured that out yet, so I think my plan is to just like keep the counter going up, and then I'll have the diamonds like in a shulker on me that will just count out every once in a while, and we can see how far we've made it. You should try making a Viking village sometime soon. That'd be pretty neat. Yeah, I almost want to make like a non-snowy Viking village. I feel like that could be more fun. But yeah, it could be fun. A stream day, yeah. One day. We'll see. It could be a fun early December thing. Because I want to do that early December before people get busy for the holidays. But I also know it's such an expensive time that I don't want people to feel obligated to spend more money to keep a subathon going or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. It's one of those things where I feel like there's never like the great time to do it. So I just need to kind of pull the trigger and be like, yep, this is good. We're just going for it. Rip the band-aid off. Let's start. What are your first 5 to 10 goals in a new world? If I'm playing hardcore, first goal I go for is getting full iron armor. Second goal I go for... Actually, first goal is making a bed to sleep through the night, if needed. Second goal is full iron armor, because in that time you can kind of kill some animals, get some food to keep you going. After that, a consistent food source, so planting a field, getting cow pens set up, that's all pretty big. And from there, I probably go towards some sort of a house / storage cave, so that you can have some place to stay safe instead of just living out of chests in the middle of nowhere. I think that's pretty important. And then after that, I probably start working towards diamond tools, diamond armor, and in the meantime, start getting like sugar cane to start that growing to work towards enchants and all that. That's kind of the order that I typically go, and then from there, probably moving into villagers to get like mending enchants and stuff, because I don't like breaking diamond tools. I like to get them enchanted and kind of keep them for as long as I can. Do you prefer creative or survival building? I like playing survival Minecraft, but I like to design my builds in creative, because then I know what I'm doing, but then I get a lot more satisfaction out of actually doing the thing in survival. So I'm kind of weird. But I also feel like there's probably a few people who feel similarly on that. Like, I don't think I could play creative Minecraft only forever. I genuinely enjoy survival a lot more than I enjoy creative. I enjoy a lot about creative, but I enjoy the process of survival. But I really, really, really enjoy just designing builds in creative, so I can have everything available to me and it's less stressful to make something really cool. Because I definitely, probably a self-put on obligation of feeling like I need to make a really cool build every time I build something. Just because being a builder on YouTube, people expect a certain quality of a build coming through. So I try and make sure all the builds I make are pretty high quality. Which I think does just continuously raise the bar a little. So it's kind of the good and bad of all of it. But yeah, so I like to design and create it because I think it helps me just kind of visualize things a little bit better. And then I can work from there and work back and get all my survival-y stuff and gather my materials and go through and figure out how to make it fun and do all that. Diamond counter that you can add or take away with a Stream Deck, right? Stream Deck to be able to just add to a counter. And I'm thinking the ability to add certain like sets of numbers. So one being to add, because each sub is going to be +2 diamonds to the count, because that gives me the ability to potentially get a free win by getting 3 off of a diamond ore, if I can fortune them. And I think that's kind of a fun game to play with all of it. But so then like a 2, and then I'm assuming there'll be gift subs, so like a 10 or a 20, I think could be good. But we don't need to have anything to take away. Just the ability to add to a counter. The bar on YouTube is definitely constantly being raised. Yeah, when you get a lot of tools like Axiom in there, the bar is going up quick because a lot of people realize that it's very easy to build something cool with Axiom. A lot of the tools that Axiom has in it for like auto shading and auto texturing or coming up with block palettes and things, there is a very simple way for a lot of people to start building in Minecraft and making their builds look good. And it's kind of the same stuff that was like back in the day when Madness 64, was it, pioneered that build style of like put stairs and walls and slabs on everything just to add depth and chaos and blah 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 blah. And then everybody started doing that and everybody thought they were so cool, and now we look back at those builds and we're like, haha, those are awful. It's the same thing right now. It's just, it's very popular to texture your builds in a certain way, that a lot of people have been able to pioneer and move forward and kind of keep advancing. And then a lot of those styles are now, a lot of people have made tutorials on how to do the thing, on how to make the builds look cool like the fancy builders do. And then a lot of people have made tools that can do that automatically for you, or create block palettes for you to make things out of. So building in Minecraft has gotten easier. At least the ability to be like a decent builder has gotten easier. And by decent builder, I basically mean somebody who can kind of see what somebody else has done and make it again in their own way. Like, that's easy to do. The hard part still is pioneering and doing your own styles and coming up with your own stuff. And like that forever in Minecraft is going to be where really, really good builders separate from like newer builders, is when you can start designing your own things without looking at other Minecraft things. Not that that's like something everybody needs to strive for, but that's kind of, that's definitely like a separation bar. Yeah, episode 79 is coming out next. Hopefully this Thursday. Should be done on time. Would you ever make a video where you just give yourself a time limit and just free build without trying to one up one of your previous builds, or anything that you're worried about the video wouldn't do well on YouTube? Well, I tried a full creative video recently where I was trying to define something new and just designed the build of what's now the rocket factory. That was a creative video before, and unfortunately it did terrible on YouTube as a creative video compared to the other hardcore videos. So I was hoping that was going to be a good one and I could get back into doing creative videos every once in a while. Almost how Mumbo does his redstone videos of I just have an idea, I have a theory, I want to test it, I want to try and design this thing, and who knows if it comes into actuality or not. And so I was kind of hoping to do that, but I think it's one where I need to put more effort into them, and I need to keep trying them to kind of build up that side of the audience. I can't just do one and hope it's gonna look amazing. Yeah, looking at concept art instead of Minecraft builds, I think is the right way to become a better builder. Because then you're not copying block for block. You're like, okay, so that has like a blue roof. What blocks in Minecraft do I have available to me that I can try and make a blue roof out of? Or, okay, so there's these columns that have like this color stripe down them somewhere. How do I try and recreate that? And yeah. Helps people come up with more creative solutions instead of just following along with what somebody else did. Do you worry about burning yourself out because of the new standards? I've kind of taken a big step back in like how much I do per episode, which I think has had some negative effect, just as some people are like, ooh, this isn't the super fast-paced hardcore Let's Play that I subscribed for. But I'm like, that just was gonna not be sustainable for me when I was really trying to make better builds. So I'm trying to just let things sit in the world a little bit more and like wander around more so people can really conceptualize where we're at and what we're doing and kind of how it fits in there and really get a good look at the build instead of just like, okay, cool, it's done, let's go on to the next thing. So I've really made a lot of conscious decisions towards that, and that's helped a lot for me to find a lot more like calm in all of it. I've missed the more human pace. Yeah, I've been enjoying this a lot more from a recording point too. I'm also not like pre-scripting out a lot of things like I used to. Like builds, yes, but commentary and whatnot, I'm just kind of making it up as I go now. How's your day going? It's going pretty good. Daylight savings, got an extra hour of sleep this morning. Oh, lovely. Still was up and in the pool at 8 a.m. and felt wide awake. Gives me more time to process. Yeah. I've also, you'll notice in the next video, actually I think it was this last video too, I've changed how we do like the subtitles for the intro segments and all that. I was like, this is getting a little chaotic for the calmer style, so we've slowed that stuff down to make things a little bit easier for readability and less flashy and poppy and blah 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 blah. So everything overall is getting a little bit more chiller. I think that's the stage I'm moving into for a little while. I think with like a brand new world and going, wee, yay, let's do all this stuff, definitely helps. But now that there's not many people that are going to start watching a live stream or not a live stream more likely, but a video series where I am like, okay, so I've been in this hardcore world for 3.5 years or 3 years now, and I've done all these things, but let's go do this other thing over here. Like, that's not really going to happen too often. So now I'm just kind of slowing down to exist for the current audience and everything in there instead of really trying to show on how I can grow it all. Do you texture grass with wool or other green blocks? I'll use moss sometimes, but I don't like wool because I can't put tall grass on top of it. And that for me is a no-go. How's that work? Got the lovely 159, 1 extra hour of work for you. Oof. Yeah, at least get paid extra for it. I remember I had to do that when I was working night shifts too. And I was like, so I get paid an extra hour tonight, right? And they're like, no. I was like, what do you mean I don't get paid an extra hour? I'm doing the hour of work. They're like, no, the clock. I was like, and so I was just like, all right, well, my shift is a 8-hour shift and I've been here for 8 hours now, so I'm gonna go. And they're like, no, your shift ends in an hour. And I was like, no, you signed me for an 8-hour shift. I worked 8 hours. I'm leaving. And they were, I was like, if you want to take this to HR, I'll take this to HR, because either you pay me for that hour or I'm out. Yeah, I was not salary at the time, so it worked in my favor. But yeah, no, that's a bummer. those night shifts alone, let alone like, hey, we're gonna add an extra hour onto your shift once or twice a year. You're like, I guess the other way, if you work the other daylight savings, then that would, because it goes from 1 to 59 to 3, right? 12-hour shifts, so an extra hour is not fun. 12-hour shifts, period, are not fun. I used to do 4 10s, and that was kind of nice because you got 3 days for your weekend. But even still, man, that's just it's not good for anybody. I want to know, what is the second husky name? Coda is my older husky. He's 8 years old, and Nova is my younger husky. She is 3 going on 4. They sometimes work. Same. Oh, work 16-hour shifts. Actually, also same. But that's my own doing. 16-hour shift, though. Ouch. If you don't mind me asking, what do? You have to have a 16-hour shift. You don't have to share if you don't want to. Try working construction in the summer. You can work 6 13-hour days of hard labor. Yeah, no, construction, I feel like that's just such a seasonal job. Thankfully, though, I feel like construction, you get paid pretty well. Like, at least in Seattle, I know you get paid pretty well. I remember when I first graduated from college, chatting with one of my buddies from high school who ended up not going to college and just went directly into working construction. And he specialized in installing railings on high-rise buildings, like on balconies. So like and I was just like, fear of heights. What if you fall over? And so he was the guy who would install the railings. And he was telling me, he was like, yeah, I make like $180 an hour doing it. I was like, you make what now? I was like, you're making more than 4 times what I make, and I went to college. Like, oh my God. I was like, maybe I should have done that. But yeah, I mean, he obviously, like, you're paying in some other way, like of like risk and like just general safety, and like it's much harder on your body than an office job is, and like the ceiling for it is a little bit lower for pay and everything like that, probably. But I mean, a lot of people will make full-on careers off of it. So used to work on a tugboat, 6 hours on, 6 hours off, 6 hours on, 6 hours. Yeah, I have a few family members that have done that. I just do packaging at a factory, light physical labor, pick up extra shifts for money. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, but yeah, for those who are asking, my major in college was, I have a degree in computer science and I have a degree in human resources. I'm not gonna fill this in because I think what I should be doing is like blending it all the way into there, and I just can't be bothered, so we're just gonna fill this in for now, and it at least looks somewhat correct. Nova and Coda, yeah, we kind of planned that for a little bit of a rhyme. Yeah, because that needs to just, we can fix that. That's easier to do than that section. Those jobs don't often have benefits like healthcare. Oh yeah, no, you're definitely paying in other regards, especially in the US. commercial painter apprentice, but my union hasn't given me work for a while, so I've been trying to get another job. Thankfully, I got an interview lined up for tomorrow. Hey, good luck. Hopefully it works out for you. And I fell down, and dirt needs to go there anyways. I feel like this hillside here is going to be really, really difficult to plant on for fields, just with how... So we might have to do like some vines. Maybe vines, or we can figure out how to do like an orchard out here. I don't know. We'll see. See whatever makes the most sense. I want to build an orchard, but I don't have any good ideas for orchard trees that don't just look like a tree. Maybe we need to try and build like an orange tree or an apple tree or something, but I feel like making it not just look like an oak tree in Minecraft is gonna be not easy. The azalea trees? Yeah, you could put flowering leaves in them. Or we just pull a Pixorus and make the frog light orchard. Maybe we'll find some dodo birds. Use the custom heads you got. True. Oh, I did install the armor stands data pack. I haven't used it yet. I was gonna get the armor poser mod, but I can't find a version that works for 1.21.0 because I haven't moved up to 21.3 yet. Maybe that's just something I need to do. Would using vines on lichen as lichen on birch trap doors work? Yeah, potentially. Something with sweet berries. Getting sweet berries into the tree would be difficult. You'd have to put them on moss, and the contrast between a moss block and a sweet berry bush is insane, and I don't know if there's a leaf that can make them work together.
Pleased to meet you.
Mandolin, thank you so much for the prime. There's a second mandolin. I was like, wait, this takes a second. I have no clue how you just casually do these huge terraforming projects without constant tor spam. I get so nervous about spawnable areas underneath. Yeah, there's this whole thing about that I just do is I just look at it from an angle like this that I'm just like, no need for torch spam. It's so safe. Look at that. I don't have to deal with anything because you can't see underneath. I was like, huh? Yeah, I had to take a second too. And I was like, wait, that's so different. But yeah, it's we'll finish off this inventory. Start off the next lines. Yeah, it's definitely not the safest under there. Definitely not one you want to fall down into, you know?
Pleased to meet you.
Sarah, thank you so much for the 22 months. Oh, almost a brand new tree for you. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much. I'm gonna bring this. Yeah, that'll be fine. I don't like when it gets to be more than 3 or 4 in a row. I try to keep it at 3, but I don't think that's possible here. Have you thought about having a mob switch? I don't want to spawn mob switch. I think those are really cheaty. But I have thought about in an area like the new dwarven city that we're making, but unfortunately I can't do it now because I've installed the creeper farm. But I thought about making a giant mine, and I thought in the middle of the mine, so that we can really play with light levels, is putting a mob switch inside of the mine. So that way, when we're like working in the area, we don't need to worry about lighting everything up. We can really play with the darkness and just have like this giant chasm of just everything everywhere going on, and it'll be totally safe to be around and inside of, and not really have to worry about those things. So we kind of put the mob switch somewhere that makes the whole zone itself like almost as if you had like a super torch. So that's kind of like another big chasm cave village. Yeah, so I've thought about in that regard I would use a mob switch, but outside that, not so much. Arcane Knight with the 22 months as well. Thank you so very much, my friend. But yeah, I like build a mob switch if y'all want to, but I find if you're playing regular survival, I couldn't care less. If you're playing a hardcore and you're building a mob switch, I think that's just as bad as turning cheats on. Like if you're building a mob switch for your entire world, like using spawn chunks, to me, just turn on cheats and like bring yourself back from the dead if you die. Like I think to me it's the same thing. If you're removing 99% of the threats of the Minecraft world if you build a mob switch. And I'm not a fan. What's currently in your spawn chunks? I have an iron farm and I have a moss farm. And that, unfortunately, I mean, not unfortunately, that is a hill that I'll go down fighting on. Cam, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, folks. Hope we're doing well today. Welcome. What were we up to? Welcome. Hope you're having a good Monday. I saw some of the photos of the Halloween party and all that. Looked like a fun weekend. We are here doing very new things, never before seen from me, of we're placing dirt. Just came from a Stardew Valley stream. Ooh, very nice. We were talking about Stardew earlier. Do you like Grian's costume? I can't remember which was Grian's. Was he the penguin? No. Was he? Who was the penguin? I really liked Ollie and Elle's costume. Their costume was really good. I can't remember what Grian's was, though. He was the penguin. Then, yeah. That was a good penguin costume. Okay, we are doing a lot of dirt placing today. A lot of dirt placing. Hello, everyone. Should kind of go to sleep, but some chill fWhip stream is about as good as it gets. Hey, welcome on in. Welcome. We are going to be wrapping up in a few, unfortunately. I do have a phone call that I have to be on in like 15-20 minutes, and I need to get some food beforehand. So we're kind of finishing off the last little bit of the dirt here, and then I do have to jump. But that's okay. We'll finish off this shulker, because that'll leave 2 shulkers there that we can throw in with the other mess to ignore until later. No way, are you gonna plant a field on stream? You want me to plant a field live on stream? No, that's only for videos. I'm just kidding, sometimes we do it on stream too. But no, not today. I was hoping to get those trees in, but that's fine. We'll have to do that later. Always down for some farming. True. Now I gotta do this, and then I need to throw some things at a board until it sticks on what I want to do for the next project. That's gonna be fun. I don't think I can even take that all the way across. We might be able to. When you go to plant fields, have you thought about like an herbal one? Any blocks or items that would look like an herb? Sweet berries kind of could work as some medicinal herbs. Poppies definitely work on that regard, as they quite literally are used in that regard for medicine. A lot of the flowers, like lily of the valley, I tend to use in that for if I want to make like something for that. Honestly, just anything green and leafy can kind of work. You can use ferns, large ferns, like little ferns mixed in. Yeah, if I'm ever trying to make like a medicinal field, something in there, I usually just go with flowers of some sorts. That's kind of my goal. Get a spoopy under there. Under here? No, it's totally fine. Totally fine. See? Easy. Very safe. So safe. That was not an arrow. Definitely was not an arrow flying out. Thoughts of having a witch's village? I want to do like a swamp village on stilts sometime, but I don't really have a I don't really have a place I want to do it quite yet. But maybe in the future. Did I pick up those shulkers? I did. Okay, cool. Dandelions in there. They're edible. Stick some dandelions. Dandelions. Why can't I word? I can't word today. Yeah, we'll just go on the top of the house. What are tools doing? Oh, they're repaired. I do need to repair those guys, but I can do that later. I just need to remember next time I'm out somewhere to actually repair these up because I keep forgetting. I also need to enchant and get that shear built out. But that's all future me things to do. Any thoughts on the world lore? We have some kind of unwritten lore from the world. Just kind of really focused around the tree and like kind of people wanted to gather around it as it was some form of life-giving thing. And then we have like the creeper farm original that's in the obelisk over there that's attached to the mountain. That's also kind of like a ancient structure of sorts. And then we also have another obelisk out here in New Papyrus that has the water coming down constantly. That's our seed farm. So there's some story elements in here, but nothing really that I've like written down of these people are at war with these. So I guess we have a castle that was taken over by pillagers here. I'm really just kind of focusing on how I'm bringing all the different cities themselves to life right now and what all that translates to for how it's all coming together. This is Zeros world map. It's not a mini map. It's just the world map. So I'm kind of thinking of more ways we can do stuff like that, but I haven't really dove too far into writing like big lore elements or anything like that. Yeah. My goal is to create a world that I kind of know loosely in my head that there's a story going on with it, but then it still leaves room for you all as the viewers to make it up and tell your own stories with what's going on in here yet. Have you been to the world border yet? No, I don't plan to. It's not something that really interests me to go all the way out multiple millions of blocks only to then cut and delete the chunks later. Because that all that would do is make the world more laggy, so I'm not even really thinking about doing that. But yeah, we'll keep expanding, we'll keep building up the different civilizations. I would love to get back over to New Papyrus and build some more. I think the next point that we're in there, like I love this little city block we made, but I want to work on like the coastline. Like if we can get this coastal section built out and placed in, I think that could be really cool. Just kind of wrap it around to this building and do all of that. And then probably like my next goal for New Papyrus is going to be to wrap around the library, like bring in buildings all the way throughout here. But this took so freaking long to design and build. That little city block there took longer to build and design than like it took to build this entire section here. Like, not even looking at the landscape and everything like that. Like, just the harbor here and digging in and placing all that. The building and designing of purely that place of new papyrus took longer. But that's going to do it for today's stream. So we got to jump on out of here. We'll send the raid off to somewhere else for everybody over on the Twitch side. Cam, if you're still in here, thank you so much for the raid again. Sorry, we're ending the stream off a little right after some of y'all jumped in. But yeah, thank you so very much, everybody, for hanging today. I really do appreciate the support. We'll have a new video coming out this week. We will be back with all the live streams and everything like that. Probably next stream on Wednesday, video out on Thursday as normal. Yeah, all that cool stuff. Thank you all so very much for being here. And with that, my friends, here's a good song to end it off on. So I'll catch you all on the flip side. Bye.